Alright guys, Maarlisk Thompson here. We're going to talk about something fundamental in the system, in the self-defense system, which is the environment. Understanding what we mean by the environment. We're going to bounce off a little bit, but I'll start it off, right? Environment could be, if I'm in a situation, another person. Another person you do not know. If you're in a bar and something is happening, this person that is having a drink over there that I have no idea who he is now one of my friends. He's now a person that could possibly help me in this situation. So I could use him as part of the environment to help me in my self-defense situation.
Also, the environment is my best friend. When I get students in, like teach them, I said, who, if you were in a situation, would you, Tom, my mum, my dad, the environment is your surroundings. I mean, the hardest person I know is this brick wall here. If someone came to me and I grabbed them and put them into there, I was trying to defend myself. This is the environment. If somebody came to me and I could just push them away, they fell over a chair, that may give me enough room and time to be able to escape, okay? So it's not to say that we're going to pick up everything around us as
oh, you're on the wall. Stay with the wall. One each. Oh, I'm coming now. Yeah, so he talked about the wall as in the building being his friend. I'll talk about objects. Objects around you could be your friend. If you're sat at a desk, it could be a pen. If you have your keys in your pocket, it could be your keys. So it's not just saying, it's just saying, I've got to have a knife to defend myself. What you do in kind of life around you anyway, but anyway, that's the other point. A gun you could put out with your friend, or your friend could put on that. Anything on your person, we're in our 20 uniform today, right? But let's say, for example, I've got my black belt here, and I'm not saying I'm going to strip off in the club, but could this be my friend? Could this help me in my situation for self-defense more than my fist? For sure. This can be a weapon in itself. So what have you got? A handbag, got something in your handbag that you could use if you're a lady. If you're a man, maybe you got a man bag. I don't know. Maybe you've got a bag that you can wrap. Sorry. Yeah, this is also part of your environment. Generally, everybody has a phone. Your phone, just like that. Who needs a knife? A phone whacked hard on someone's pressure point, it's going to do damage, right?
Definitely. So, like I said, the environment, and it just makes you think a little bit different. If I was in an open field, it may be just the ground. I'm on the floor. Someone's got something. I could be smashing their hand on the floor. All of a sudden, they're not going to be able to hold that dangerous instrument to harm you. So like I said, your environment is your best friend.
Hopefully it's made you, think a little bit more about thinking it's not just about maybe I've got to attack my opponent. You can use what is around you to help you in your self-defense situation. Last thing to finish off on is, guys, we talked about the color code before. It's making sure don't put yourself in a situation where you need self-defense. That's the main thing. We teach martial arts in schools, of course we do. We teach you how to use your body as a weapon. We do that. But the last thing we want to do is be in a fight situation. I do not want that. Last thing, make sure to reiterate that we do not want to have a fight. But sometimes it's not your choice. It's not my choice to defend myself. I would much rather have the skills and the knowledge to be able to defend myself than not. One of the things I say sometimes when people come to the school, to me, martial arts is just like a seatbelt in a car. When you go for a drive, if you're going out later, or I drove from Gloucester down to Newport here today, first thing I did when I got in the car, I put my seatbelt on. Not because I wanted to have a crash, but just in case I was in a crash, I know I got a better chance if I got my seatbelt on. If you're parents, you make sure your kids have got the seatbelt on, possibly even more than yourself. You make sure these people, your kids, friends, whatever, have got their seatbelts on in the car. To me, martial arts is exactly the same. It's just in case. Maybe it's not a fist fight you're going to have. Maybe it's mental bullying you're getting at work. Maybe children are getting physically bullied at school. More likely, though, is up here. They're thinking for themselves, I'm not as tall as Jane, I'm not as strong as John, or whatever it is. Mentally, they're quite strong. So these are things we do in our martial arts, which is still self-defense. It's still making sure you can build up your confidence within yourself. So like I said, we started with the environment.
That's right. And like I said, we don't actually teach martial arts for you to fight. I teach people martial arts that they don't have to fight. If you have got a confident persona about you, the bully usually looking for a match. If he says, "Oh, you're weak, I can get my power over on you," that's what's going to happen. But if you're still to stand tall, stop! I don't want no trouble. Just a basic statement like that makes them think, "Oh, this person got something about it. Maybe that's not the person to pick on." Okay. So, like I say, it's a never-ending story, but watch these videos and you'll learn a lot. Thank you.
One more quick bit more stuff, which was our talk, you can't shut me up, right? That's beautiful. I just like to talk, I can't help it. One last thing to finish off on with though, right, is one of the most famous martial art films, which really started off the martial art industry, was The Karate Kid. If you haven't, I'm not talking about the new one with Will Smith's son, I'm talking about the original, Mr. Miyagi, Days Gone By. Daniel-san, that's right. They were on one of the scenes is they're in a boat on the river, and Daniel says to him, well, they're talking about fighting and stuff like that. And Daniel thought he was learning martial arts to be able to fight. He didn't quite get it. He thought he was learning to punch and to kick so he could fight. And Mr. Miyagi, the old, the wise instructor, said, no, it is nothing to do with that. Why do we learn martial arts? So we don't fight. It's nothing to do with fighting. It's so you have the confidence and the ability to stand tall and be happy enough in yourself that you don't have to prove yourself to nobody. You stand with confidence. You know you can handle yourself if you need to.
That's like your seatbelt.
That's right. It gives you a whole different perspective on life. Trying to explain to parents sometimes is quite difficult. If I had my way, of course, every child in the world would learn martial arts because I believe it truly helps no end with this self-defense. Yes, self-defense up here. This is the real miracle of what martial arts, especially with our Maarlisk curriculum. Thank you guys.
Thank you.